So, I've looked at the intercooler system, and it seems to be empty. I can't really, I mean, I've tried filling it before and the water goes away, so I'm guessing it's filling up again. But I tried the vacuum method before, and it doesn't flow out to the other side. So what I'm gonna try doing is, first I'm gonna try filling it up. Maybe the impeller isn't letting me from the intercooler pump, and I'm just gonna send it. Maybe it'll work. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna fill this from. I'm thinking of removing this guy from here and just picking it up high and filling it up from the top. It's probably the best option here. But with these intercooler systems before, to remove these fittings up here for the stock fittings like this, you just have to pry up on this little clip here and it should just come right out. So let me see if I can do that with one hand real quick. You do gotta be careful because they do tend to fly out and disappear. Oh, see, it's at the wrong end. They do have like a couple of ends on it that make it a little bit difficult to pull. Let's see. Then this should just come right out. And as you can see, it's bone dry. So sad. The fitting off, I took it off completely because this is easier to work with than that. It's the same thing on the other side. You just take that other clip out and it comes right out. So I put pressure on this end and nothing came out of that end. So to my understanding, I know I've tried this before and I know the brick here flows, but either the pump down there or the intercooler itself, which is behind the radiator, is clogged. My best guess is something's clogging the impeller, but I'm just gonna try starting it in a second, and if it pukes out fluid, I know that I've got fluid in there and that the pump is turning. If you want to hold this, just hold it pointing at that. Make it pressure. Oh, stop the car, stop the car. Okay, so I know it needs to be blood. Okay, so as you saw, I puked fluid everywhere. Intercooler is working, it's just doesn't have any liquid in it. So it needs to build, I put my finger on it and it built some pressure and just started puking out everywhere. So, yeah. Okay, so my diagnosis was wrong. It was very, very wrong. There's nothing clogged. Coolant pump works. Just looks like I got to figure out how to fill this bad boy up. And properly bleed it, I'm guessing. I do know that if it's low on fluid under throttle, it will cut the intercooler system so it doesn't mess up the impeller. So now I got to figure that out. This hose, I'm gonna connect it to this end. No, I lied. I'm gonna connect it to this end, and I'm gonna put it in this bucket with coolant. And I might actually have to cut the hose in half and put this end to here, and maybe this like this. But this is kinking that, so I don't know if that'll work. But by doing that, I can hopefully purge the entire system. And then all I have to do is put this guy back on and just fill it up a little bit. So hopefully that works. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm running the return, or sorry, not the return, where it sucks up the fluid. I'm putting it on the bottom of this tank here. And then the return's coming out and around and boom, right there. So I can watch the water come out if it has any air until it has no air. So in a sense, I'm putting a, I'm making a, an expansion tank basically. Fluid in there. Just getting ready to start it now. Let me hold on to everything so it doesn't move. This ain't gonna be easy. should come anytime soon. It's not doing anything. Oh wait. Alright, so I'm taking the Jetta, which I'm not used to driving yet. It's kind of weird. Taking it to the Advanced Auto Parts to pick up a funnel, because I think that's all I need to purge the system. So I picked up this funnel catheter looking thing. This should help me at least help prime the pump, because I think that's the issue right now. The pump isn't getting any fluid and the sensor's freaking out, and it's telling it, hey, don't pump because you have no fluid. Oh, almost dropped my camera. So yeah, that should be that should be at least helpful in this situation. Okay, so I was able to get it full of water. What I did was I opened up that end here and I fed it through this end, because this is the side that the pump sucks water through. I put a hose on there, I put that catheter on the end, I filled it up. I ran this to that bucket over there, which is empty now, but I ran that to that bucket I had earlier with another hose so it could return. And then I picked this up high, probably about a foot higher than this. So I filled up the catheter looking thing, and I had her start it and waited for the pump to kick in. Once it kicked in, it started just sucking the fluid right through. So I ran about 3/4 of a gallon through it. I have a feeling it was completely empty. And up until I saw a solid stream of water coming out of this guy here. Once I saw that solid stream of water coming out, I disconnected everything, put it all back together, and then I filled it with this. So I had her start it I would fill it up until it's up to this level. I'd cap it, she would start it, and wait for the pump to turn on. You could do that by holding it. You'd feel it start vibrating. And once that started, working, I gave it a second to just move all the bubbles up to the top. I filled it up. I did that 5 or 6 times probably, and until I saw that when I squeezed this hose, no more bubbles came out of that. Now I am going to take it for another drive. Probably going to take it to lunch just to get everything moving. And if I see that slow again, I'm just going to keep filling it, and I'll keep filling it while I drive up until it's full up again. Okay, so there's a car meet tonight we're going to be going to. I'm going to give this car a wash because it's filthy. About a few. So yeah, enjoy this time lapse.